Hi Gemini, this is Tisch Aitken, and this is your monthly report for the month of July. The month of June was off the charts. It was a solar eclipse in your sign. Mercury was retrograde only within a degree of this solar eclipse that took place on June 10th at 19 degrees and 47 minutes of your sign of Gemini. The North Node of Destiny has been transiting in Gemini since May 5th of 2020. So it was a North Node eclipse. It was a new moon eclipse ushering in a lot of new beginnings. But eclipses bring major changes. They uncover things. They bring things to light, and they often indicate endings and beginnings, turning points. Now, you add to that fact that there was so much mutability. 3 points transiting in your sign, which is mutable air, but add to that Jupiter and Neptune were also transiting in the mutable water sign of Pisces. The solar eclipse squared Neptune, and then a couple of days later, the sun squared Neptune, bringing all of the stories to light, dissolving things that are no longer working, but helping us to cleanse things in order to make space for new opportunities and new beginnings. And the total lunar eclipse that took place on May 26th squared Jupiter. It was at 5 degrees and 25 minutes of the mutable fire sign of Sagittarius. It squared Jupiter, which is currently in Pisces, in its dignity by ancient astrology. So that was all over the place too. So it's been a flood of information and emotions and many different directions we've all been swimming in for a while. Thanks to you. Now it's been necessary. We need to see things, and we need to find new ways to learn and connect in the new age of Aquarius. So that's been a very potent force in the last month or so, and we're still in eclipse season as we begin the month. So on July 1st, we've got Mercury is still transiting in your sign. It's going to be there until July 11th, so you're very busy all over the place. And then Venus and Mars are transiting in the fixed fire sign of Leo, and they're transiting in your third house of communication and local community. It's good for promotion, marketing, sales, but also excellent for travel, whether you're taking trips or meeting people. If you're single, it's an excellent time to meet new romantic opportunities, meet new friends, and connect. And for all of you, it's good for connecting with people and forming local community and infinite community in the age of Aquarius, but that is implicit. And then on July 1st, Mars opposes Saturn at 9:08 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And that could bring delays in travel, a little bit of arguments potentially. It's a frustrating energy, one that necessitates having patience. Later that day, the sun forms a semi-sextile to the North Node of Destiny, and that occurs at 8:50 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and that can bring fated encounters and opportunities. On July 2nd, Mars forms a beautiful trine to Chiron, the wounded healer. Chiron is transiting in your house of friends and groups, and Mars is transiting in your house of communication. So that could be good for healing wounds with community and with friends and connecting with other people. And on the 3rd of July, we're getting to in the midst of the holiday weekend. So we've got the moon enters the fixed earth sign of Taurus at 8:28 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and it'll be there for the holiday weekend. It's exalted in Taurus. It's in a beautiful placement, but it makes easy and more challenging influences. So that's one thing. But add to this that Jupiter forms a quintile, which is a 72-degree angle. So it's a fifth of a circle, and it's an aspect of magic. And Jupiter quintiles Uranus. And so when Jupiter and Uranus work together, and a quintile even helps to bring a flow of energy with the planets involved, this can bring unexpected expansion and travel and meeting people and new adventures and learning and enlightenment. It's an excellent energy. I love it. So that's one to center on this weekend, because there will be some a little bit of turbulence throughout the weekend. We have Mars squares Uranus on July 3rd at 9:40 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and that can be challenging. People can get fired up. You want to definitely be mindful on the road if you're traveling, or just in general. People will be, a little bit irascible with that at times. It's a little moody. And then on the late on July 3rd at 10:44 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, and early on July 4th at 1:44 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, the moon squares Venus, which can be a bit turbulent or a little emotional. Then it squares Saturn, which definitely can be restrictive. It sextiles the sun in Cancer, which is nice. And then it meets up with Uranus at 12:41 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on July 4th. That could bring big surprises and twists and turns in your plans. It could be very exciting. Maybe you get something positive that comes in out of the blue. Maybe you get an invite. Maybe somebody comes to an event that you didn't know is coming. Could be some unexpected challenges too. With Uranus, expect the unexpected, but know that we are working with that energy. And let's see, on the 4th, Sun squares Chiron, the wounded healer, at 11:39 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And Chiron is transiting in Aries, in your house of friends and groups. And so therefore, this could bring helpful energy around healing the wounds with other people. It's always better, obviously, to do so with others, or healing, helping others, that you're involved with. Maybe you're involved with some sort of group or community. And that really is the focus of the Aquarian age, which we're in until March 7th of 2023. And let's see, and then on July 5th, the sun forms a helpful sextile to Uranus and Taurus. And this could bring you a lot of insightful information. Uranus is transiting in your house of the imagination, so this could be very inventive thinking. On July 6th, we have a little bit more challenging influence at, let's see, at 3:39 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Mercury, which is transiting in your sign, squares Neptune in Pisces, and that occurs on that date. And Neptune is transiting in your house of career and life goals. Now, you have Jupiter there for a while longer, bringing expansion and opportunity, but both Jupiter and Neptune station retrograde at the end of June. So you're reassessing how you can expand and be creative at your work and in your chosen life goals. But with Mercury squaring Neptune, there can definitely be hurt feelings or miscommunication, but also it's phenomenal for doing manifesting work and journaling and meditation and really doing spiritual practice. Later that day, Venus opposes Saturn at 10:36 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That can bring breakups or strife with friends or people, so kind of lay low with that if you're able. Venus is transiting in your house of income and what you value, so there could be financial issues potentially too. And then on the 8th of July, Venus squares Uranus at 3:28 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And that could bring unexpected opportunities to connect with people and meet people. I feel like that's an innovative energy, a fun energy, even though Uranus is unpredictable. And then let's see, on the 9th of July, we have a new moon that takes place at 9:17 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time at 13 degrees and 2 minutes of the cardinal water sign of Cancer. And this new moon is a very significant one because the moon rules the sign of Cancer. So it's in its dignity. But more importantly, it sets off where the final eclipse in the Capricorn Cancer axis occurred, which was 5th of last year at 13 degrees of Capricorn. And this fell in your house of wounds and money and debt and death and rebirth. And now you're finding ways, new ways to find value, to earn money, to recreate yourself too. It's a very creative house, the second house. So this can bring definitely can bring in good financial opportunities, but ones that help you to be creative in this new time. And then on July 12th, Mercury trines Jupiter, and that's very helpful for networking and communication. But I neglected to say that on July 11th, the big deal for you and for all of us is that Mercury exits your sign and enters the cardinal water sign of Cancer at 4:35 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and it will be there until July 27th. And this is a helpful energy because it's excellent in your sign, but it's been there for a long time, and it's playing a lot of tricks with all of us and with you too. And I think that we need a nurturing energy too. We've got Jupiter in Pisces for a couple of months this summer, and I think that is also for a reason. I've never seen Jupiter transit an entire sign and then briefly enter the following sign. It will do that next year as well, but Jupiter in Pisces is about slowing down a little bit to rest, restore, and to feel the emotions as we tap into the magic. So now we've got Mercury in Cancer, and it'll be there for a little while, not as long as it was in your sign, but it will be in Cancer. It's not as potent, but it's still good for emotional processing. And then on July 13th, we've got a really sexy, magical, fun combination. Venus and Mars meet up at 9:33 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time at 19 degrees of the fixed fire sign of Leo. And this occurs in your house of local community and communication of all forms. Again, if you want to meet somebody, that's a date circle. Great for meeting people, networking, great for business opportunities, great for creative endeavors, great for having fun, great for marketing yourself. Really fun energy and really creative and sexy. So very nice energy. And then on July 15th, the Sun trines Neptune at 4:49 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and that is very creative energy, good for you for professional opportunities and manifesting that. But later at 12:41 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Chiron, the wounded healer, stations retrograde at 12 degrees of the cardinal fire sign of Aries, and that is retrograding in your house of friends and groups. And Chiron in Aries pronounces wounds around, I think, ego and identity and vulnerability of self. And Chiron transiting in your house of friends and groups hopefully is helping you to heal within community. And that, I think, is a big emphasis with Chiron transiting in that sector of your chart. And again, in this new age of Aquarius, it's very much centered on infinite community, on really connecting with others. And let's see here, on July 17th, the Sun opposes Pluto and this occurs at 6:46 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That could bring power struggles and endings. That could be challenges around finances and intimacy potentially, but it's an excellent day for doing a detox, for healing, for purging things you need to get rid of. Excellent for doing that. And then on July, on July 21st, we have Venus enters the mutable Earth sign of Virgo at 8:37 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. It will be there until August 15th, and it's transiting in your house of home and family and security. So really focusing on beautifying your home, finding solace and comfort at home. And if you have your own business, again, hopefully it's good for financial and business endeavors. And then on July 22nd, the sun enters the fixed fire sign of Leo, where it will be until August 22nd, and it's transiting in your house of communication and networking. So a lot of emphasis still on that. Even though Mercury is no longer in your sign, there's a lot of emphasis around connecting. And then on July 25th, that may not be the day to connect because Mercury opposes Pluto at 4:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And that can bring power struggles and big arguments. It's good for doing research and uncovering things, but there could be financial issues with you, with the houses in which it's transiting. And for all of us, that can be definitely challenging energy around communication. On the 27th of July, Mercury enters the sign of Virgo, where it will be until August 11th, more focus on home and family. And then on July 28th at 8:34 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Jupiter re-enters the fixed air sign of Aquarius, where it will be until December 29th, and it's transiting in your house of teaching and promotion and travel and manifesting and higher learning. And Jupiter rules this house in modern astrology. So it's a phenomenal opportunity for you to go back to school, to take classes, to brush up on things and skills. We all should be doing this in this inventive era anyway, in the age of Aquarius. But maybe you have something to teach, workshops you want to attend, manifesting and meditation as you heal. Really good. I love Jupiter in the ninth house, so really nice energy. And then on the 29th of July, Mars squares Jupiter at 11:50 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and then it enters the mutable Earth sign of Virgo at at 8:34 p.m. late in the night, and it'll be there until September 14th. So more focus on home and family and centering yourself. You have been so busy the last couple of months, and again, you've been the star of the show. And that eclipse was, the eclipses have been something else. And Mercury in your sign the last couple of months has been something else. So you need a little bit of a break and to recharge, but a lot of focus on networking and connecting still, and learning and manifesting. So I wish you a lot of luck. I don't think this month is going to be as wacky and unpredictable as the month of June certainly was, but we are in busy times. So I wish you a lot of luck, Gemini, and thank you.